Hey, what's up everybody? Happy holidays. This is not gonna be the last video of 2024, but it may be the second to last video. I recently heard that the famous graffiti store Scrapyard has officially closed. I went down to Scrapyard to share some personal stories and memories, and then I'm gonna be walking around downtown just seeing what's going on. Hope you enjoy this video. So this is the famous Scrapyard graffiti store. But you could see the original Soho Down and Under. That's when it was changing its names a couple times. It changed its names. You got a NYC gate over here. STEM YNN. This may be the last time something like this ever happens down here. All these tags and graffiti and I mean this right here, this is like a bar restaurant. This used to be a vacant lot, and I remember the walls. There was like a couple walls here. There's so much famous stuff that's like burned into my mind. Like I remember seeing that logo was made by was designed by Peter Pade. It's such a famous iconic logo. Wonder what they're gonna do with that sign. Put that in a museum or something. Yeah, my personal memories of coming here, they go back to like, 99, 2000, even earlier. I was a freshman in high school in 1996 in Long Island, and I used to come into the city, and I used to come here to buy mixtapes. I'd buy fat caps because I was like beyond toy. I thought it was cool to have fat caps and t-shirts. I could recite all the brands they sold here. And one of the craziest things that I always bring up when last time I saw Mark is I'm well aware, and he told me that he has this stuff like sitting on ice, like all this vintage streetwear stuff that there's very little documentation of. This dude has like Kingpin, the tribal con art. Like I could go on, and it's so crazy because he would wear it when he was here, Mark, and I'd bug out when I'd see him rocking like the Kingpin windbreaker, and yeah, and so keep in mind, Scrapyard, I'm gonna keep referring to it as Scrapyard because the time periods that I'm referring to, also, the names changed, and those years I didn't be like, okay, I'm going to Scrapyard. It was called Bond the System. It was called Soho Down Under. Before that, early in the 80s, it was called Soho Zat. It was like a magazine newsstand, but that was a different owner. And I remember when you come out of the store and look up, there would be like a Cost and Revs roller where there's a condo building right here. I mean, if you just look up the history of Scrapyard, and I'll even put a link in the description down below to this magazine called Up Magazine. They did a great article on the history of this place, better than I could have ever done, except I'm just doing this video to share my personal stories, my experiences here over the years. Shout out to Gio and Mo, that they were always here, like during the time period I'm talking about now. Like everyone knew Gio and Mo and Mark, and I'm really gonna bug people out of this other memory that I have, but there was this dude named Orby. I think he was like a South Brooklyn writer. There's very little documentation on that guy's stuff, but like a lot of South Brooklyn writers, they painted with him back in the day. I have no idea if he is around or what, or shout out to Orby, and the fact that I even remember that, I guess, is kind of funny. Damn, that is kind of crazy. It's completely empty in there. Now I'm having crazier flashbacks because I remember the dude had they had all these canvases on the ceiling, and you could just like stand in there. It was the tiniest store on the face of the planet. And people will laugh when I say that. And you could just stand there and just look. You could spend like hours just like looking up at the ceiling, looking at all like everything in the glass cases. It was literally a museum. This is kind of like an inside thing that I treasure to this day. If you're ever down here and never need to like use a bathroom, second floor, Soho Grand Hotel. Don't tell anybody I told you. So this place didn't really start selling spray paint until, and I could tell you exactly the year because I bought some of the first cans that they started selling here. It was the Spanish Montanas, the hardcores. Before, like when the Montana stuff started becoming readily available. Because if you wanted spray paint, I mean, your options were just hardware stores, you know, all the mom and pop hardware stores. That's where you get your spray paint. Up until 2004, I want to say. Like 2000, yeah, like 2003, 2004, ballpark. That's when they started carrying spray paint. You know, fast forward, when they started really getting loaded up with the paint, I think it became like a fire code thing where they had to store the paint off-site. And I remember Mark having to go with his car. He was always unloading paint out of his car. He's like, yeah, I just came from the storage where he was keeping the paint. I remember there was a phone booth right here. I'm trying to find out exactly where was the phone booth, if I could remember. But it was a famous one. I mean, that thing, that would have been, you could have done a book on that phone booth. If someone really documented all the tags on that thing over the years. I even remember, I think there was that article in the Vandal Squad book where Stay High 149 was doing a signing here, and I think he got bagged, tagging the phone booth. It's well, you got forever tags on the sidewalk. You got some stencils. That's it, it's closed forever. Yeah. But yeah, I used to go there all the time and just hang out. I think one of the first graph videos I bought there, VHS tape, was Graphcore. It was one of the Videograph series. I bought Dirty Hands 2. That video changed my life. Dirty Hands 2. There was that section with like O'Clock and like John 156, and that video really like got me open. So like when I hear like new generation writers or like what really inspires you, it's definitely relatable. Everyone has that moment. I'll walk around Soho, see what else is going on over here. We got a nice little Hall of Fame spot right here with the stickers. I actually got stickers on me right now, but I got too much. I got my gloves on. Everything's gonna fall out of my pocket. I'm just not doing stickers right now. Yeah, it's cool. It's funny, I tried talking to that dude with the Timbs. He's taking flicks of the NYSO gate. I think they were like tourists or something. It's crazy, this wall is still here. Class and Omni. But yeah, downtown, you know, the whole routine would be like Yellow Rat Bastard, Canal Jeans, what else? I mean, Fat Beats. I'm gonna just like, cause I'm gonna do some flashbacks. All these photos are my photos. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not really into the whole like going on the internet looking for resources. Just gonna share that I was there. Yo, this was a famous spot here. It's like Wolf and Team. Wolf, A-OK. Team, Keen Cars. Used to paint this all the time. This was like a dope wall. Now it's a music venue. Yeah, I don't know. But anybody who was around during that era knows what I'm talking about. I'm gonna like dork out and show you some other Soho spots right now. This was another famous lot right here, this building. I'm going to include all the photos I took in this last pictures in this parking lot. I mean, this was the parking lot you'd walk through when you were going to, you know, on this wall right here, between that old building and the new building, there was a lot of famous productions on that wall. Remember they did like a TCI reunion, AKB TCI. I think that was like 2005. Then there was a building on this side. There used to be these trucks. I think I'm gonna go to where they were. Route Route. He always used to paint them with. There were so many famous rounds of writers on that truck. Speaking of revs and cost, this is a homage to and DHS Curly Q. I believe those Philly writers. It's showing homage to revs and cost in Soho. It's so iconic. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, dude really's got the same tent as me. Maybe I should set up next to him. Yo, homie. Yo, dude's really got the same tent. He's probably got a dog too. He's got the dog biscuits. Oh damn, they got mad needles. Now I'm not trying to camp out here.
My fucking, I stick to that person.